Welcome back to another episode of the Deadweight Podcast. I've been gone for a while. I haven't really did any type of recording, no content, no nothing. Just taking a break, but a little burnt out. But when family hits you and they say, "Let's do a podcast," you do a podcast. Jackie's been on the show one time, and it was a great conversation.
Oh yeah.
And we also have good conversations off the mic. So it's time to have another one on the mic. So
I guess it helps that I've got a little sippy sip.
that's what's up.
Got a sippy cup. Two actually. Two sippy cups going.
Right. How's that?
It's gin and it's delicious and gin is in.
Gin is gin?
Gin is in.
Oh, okay, I got you.
It's springtime. I drink gin all year. Why am I lying? Spring doesn't matter. I'm drinking it whenever.
It don't matter.
Spring don't matter. But yeah, it's like 75, 80 degrees outside today, and I'm feeling like a nice gin cocktail and a good conversation with family.
Yeah.
Is what's up. So
yeah, for sure. You know, I like this. This is my weather. When it's warm outside, I told you I had the door open. I'm like, I'm chilly in here.
Yeah.
I'm chilly. So
yeah.
What's been going on with you though?
You know, just the usual. Just trying to continue to climb, just building and moving and shaking. And man, I'm about to be a grandma.
Yeah, I seen that. That's cool. How you feel about that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for my son and his fiance. I think it's great. And they're having a boy, which is really cool because I know what it takes to get across the finish line with a boy. So I think my son's going to be a great father. I think his fiance is an amazing mother.
Mm-hmm.
I think Corey and I are going to be great grandparents. I'm going to be Go-Go.
That's what's up.
And he's going to be Popo. And we'll get the kid, and then we'll love on the kid, and then we'll send the kid home. But yeah, I mean, life has been life, and 25 went by so fast. Yeah. Like it just got away from us. Like I think we did our podcast in 24. Was it 24?
No, actually it was 25. On TikTok, you were in my I have to show it to you after we get done with this, but you were in my wrap up or whatever.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly, probably maybe January.
Yeah, so it had to be early on because the rest of the year was a blur.
Yeah. Because I know the picture we took, I was wearing a hoodie. I don't know. I have to look.
That's how fast it went by. That like none of us can really keep up with it.
It was a busy year for me. It was, as you know, a very different year.
Transformative.
Yeah. Very different year for me in as far as growing up. Yeah, I don't even know how to put that in words, but like
growing wiser.
You wiser. Yes. A lot of things, putting my needs aside for somebody else, all that good stuff. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It was a year. So much happened so fast. But I'm very thankful that we all kind of made it through. Maybe some of us by the skin of our teeth and the scabs on our backs, but
yeah, 25 was. I'm very glad it's over with. Obviously for me, it was a lot of learning experience for me.
Yeah,
you know, we need times where it's not that great to grow. But I learned what I needed.
Yeah. Whether you wanted that lesson or not, right? it happened.
We don't have same. I'm glad we're still good. You know, talk about being family, but you know, friendships didn't make it past 2025. And
man, what?
Yeah, you know, I guess that was a year showing you who was for you and who wasn't for you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say that it was hard. I know we were talking about this before we started today, but man, it was heartbreak. It was hurt. Mm-hmm. I mean, let me just pause and just, starting our year, losing Crowder, like day one, January 1st. And I feel the buckle in my knees that I felt the moment that my husband turned around. I was in the kitchen preparing my black eyed peas and collard greens. Because, we do that whole traditional, you got to eat this in order to have this. And it's like, I completely just don't believe that anymore because the first day of 2025 was absolutely shit. And it didn't get any better.
Yes.
For the rest of the month, we lost, John Crowder, our really good friend. And then a couple of weeks later, my cousin, her daughter, my cousin who's more like a sister to me, her daughter committed suicide. And she was like, 17-year-old girl. The year just started off really rough. And I hate that we experienced so much loss in the very beginning of the year, but I'm also very thankful for the revelation that came with the loss. Like you were saying, the people that we thought were for us, we found out, not necessarily. The people we never imagined would be in our corner and shape us showed up when we needed them the most. And I don't know, I have to take words from Duran. I like zero tolerance for like bullshit. Like if you are not on team Jackie, team progressive, team moving on up, I don't have space in my life for you. And I'm glad that we have each other. You know what I'm saying? You're like a brother to me, Luke, and I'm gonna always have your back. But man, for the rest of them hoes. Am I being too wide open? It could be the gin. I thank Joy for the gin. It might be the gin, but I'm just saying for the rest of them hoes, life is so precious. I think if 25 taught me anything, it's that life is so precious and we can't waste it on time spent with those who do not value the time you're giving up. And Corey always says, if it costs me time and it costs me money, then it's way too expensive. And when it comes to life, that's how I feel. Like if I'm going to enjoy my life, I'm going to spend it with people that equally respect it and value it.
For sure. I love hanging out with you and Corey. Duran and his wife Alicia and stuff like that. Like y'all are my big brothers and big sisters. When I first started coming to the lounge, I'm just Luke. Like I'm not even quiet storm yet.
Yeah.
But like I'm still like I'm happy, but on the inside I'm not very happy. It's just like, what do I do? But y'all gave me that confidence to grow and want to do something. Now I'm trying to, run a business and grow a business. And I think it's been 4 or 5 years now. It was just like the growth I've taken since I met y'all is crazy. So
yeah. I'm super proud of you for that too. Like for all the things that happened in 25 that were adverse. I'm so thankful for the things that were advantageous that you like just went out and did this. And I can't wait to see, like the full fruits of your labor. But man, if I may, it doesn't help, that you're fueled by frustration of people who doubted you. You're powered by people that love you, and you're lifted and elevated and celebrated by a woman who's changed your whole life.
For sure, yes. It's crazy to think.
I'm gonna sip my tea on that.
It's crazy. It's crazy to even think about that. I thought I was gonna be, single for the rest of my life. I am a person. I like my routine. I like what I do, and I never had to question that. As or do anything. I just do what I want to. So it takes somebody special to come around and like I give all that up. I'm not even giving that up, but it was worth giving my freedom up, so to speak, for that. I don't mean that, but I'm saying that because I don't even know. I'm getting tongue tied.
No, I got you. I feel you on that.
Like when the whole, hey, look, you want to go do this? I ain't had nobody. Yeah. Now I say, let me talk to her and see what she want to do. For me, some people say oh, you whipped her, that's a bad thing. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that I have to do that. Like it make me feel good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you've been traveling and stuff. Like having someone to travel with is like golden. Like I think you can be in relationships and you can spend time with people, but like when you travel, like when you like take trips, take flights, take trips, like go some miles, like hundreds, sometimes a few thousand miles. And that's an indicator that it's real.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't trying to get like away from home with somebody I don't want to be bothered with.
Yeah. It worked out. I think she probably will listen to this, but like our first night, I think it was a late flight. We both were annoyed and like, so like I think we were probably getting on each other's nerves in that moment. but it was just irritation. But outside of that, like it went by smooth. I had to deal with some hotels. Matter of fact, if people watching this, y'all do hotels, y'all got to get better with y'all accessible rooms,
Yeah.
especially in Orlando. Like I feel like I had the trouble in Orlando with accessible rooms.
As many people, like millions of people that flock down there every year.
Yeah, it's like we all. It never fails. I have an issue with a room that first night, and what made me mad, Jackie, the guy had a disability, and he was very not empathetic.
Bruh.
That would irritate me. I'm sitting here looking at this man like, bruh.
Like if anyone in the world feels me, you should be able to like identify.
Yeah, like I ain't trying to hear nothing you say it right now, bro. I'm not trying to hear nothing you say it.
Okay, but like, isn't that an indicator to where we are in society, though? Like, people lack empathy and compassion.
Yeah, even when they go through something you went through, or something similar.
I don't know. I've been on this thing where I've been trying to like rationalize that folks, there's just like this segment of people that are happy being without as long as you don't have it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm even framing that in the right sense of the right words, the right sense of expression, but I just feel like there are people that are like, if it's gonna hurt me, fine, as long as you don't have an advantage. And that just seems so like wild to me.
It's wild because we don't have the energy to want to hate or dislike somebody that much.
It takes more effort. Like you gotta like pull from like deep within to be that way. I guess it's true what people say, you know, cut off your nose to spite your face. Is that the saying?
I've heard that. I really don't know.
I don't function like that. You don't function like that, so we wouldn't know. But
at the end of the day, I'll just stop talking to you.
Just go silent?
Yeah. I'll pretend like you don't even exist no more. You don't call me Quiet Storm for nothing. You don't call me Quiet Storm for nothing. I am quiet, but when I don't rock with you more, I don't rock with you no more.
Yeah.
Like I can see you on the street, roll right past you.
Yeah.
Not even, I don't deal with you like that no more. And like I said, this year I had to do that. Even being at the cigar lounge, coming down the aisle, somebody don't talk to you. If you get ran over, you just get ran over. You better move out the way because I don't see you.
We can't be running over people. I mean, come on now. Lucas, we cannot run over people. Lucas Jones, we cannot run over people.
Make me feel so good, though, if I could.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I literally find myself staring at someone thinking, I just punched you square in the throat right now. What would happen? Like, can I knock some of your fronts back? Like, can I peel your muffin cap back blue? And what will happen? Right. But then it's like, I don't want to go to jail. I'm not going to be a great prisoner. I wouldn't make it the first night if I was in a holding cell because I don't know. I also say the same thing about slavery. Like, I would not have been a good slave. I would have not been a good Martha in The Handmaid's Tale. I would have been on the wall the first night because the first man that said something to me out of pocket was going to get the business. So I get it though. I mean, and I guess that's the thing. It's like we talk about folks lacking compassion and empathy. You have someone that's like, if no one else in the world identifies with me, here I am, someone with disabilities that needs accommodation, and here you are, and you not equally the same, but you have an identifiable disability that needs accommodation. How can you not at least advocate for us? Not even just advocating specifically for me, but advocate for us as a people. That's why a lot of folks that I thought were cool, that were friends, that we could count on during this very tumultuous year of 2025. That's how I found out a lot of people were never for us.
Yes.
And it hurts me because there's no rationalization. Like, I can't make you understand why it doesn't work. I don't ever want to impose on someone to experience life the way I experience it, but at least leave space for understanding and compassion and care. And above all things, respect. Like, respect the fact that my experience is different from yours. But collectively, what can we do to move the world forward? And people just don't like that. That's out the window. Like, people are tribalistic as
like you said. You're into progressing and moving forward, and and to stand still. We like the way things go right now. We don't want to change. We like this.
I probably would have pissed in a water fountain. I'm telling you, I would not have made it through the civil rights era. First of all, I wasn't gonna make it from slavery to get to the civil rights era, but I wouldn't make it because I buck against all those systems that are meant to oppress anyone. And it's not just about being a black woman. It's just about people that have been disenfranchised and marginalized since time began.
It's just like I'm about peace for everybody. Everybody, just love everybody. Like you ain't gotta like them, just love people. That's my thing. I'm not, I have friends all different colors, disability, not disabled. Like it's about diversity. Come on in.
Hi. I think the world is big enough for everyone to have their own slice of happiness.
For sure.
Like you logistically can move 35 degrees north latitude and find some fucking happiness if you're looking for it. But if you choose to go there and dwell in a place of like persecution, oppression, hurt, you want to cause problems, I mean, yeah, you move the way you move. But I have every right to like reject that in my space. Like my 6 feet of personal space requires that you either joining me in the happiness and the uplift, or you kick rocks and move on.
Yeah, I'm with that, and that's how I want to live my life.
Life's not as long as we think, man. Like I'll be 50 this year, so I'm like past the halfway point.
But like, yeah, you've like gained this like. I always thought you was wise, but like another like level of it to me. Like I don't know, maybe
it's the alcohol. It's the alcohol. No, seriously, like I don't know. I'm gonna say this to you. I think as you age, you will see the change in yourself. Like 20-year-old Jackie, she was different. 30-year-old Jackie, oh, that girl, she went through some shit. 40-year-old Jackie started to get her stride. And I am prayerfully, hopefully, looking forward to 50 something Jackie just achieving some things. Like I can only tell you it gets better. And better is what you make it, right? So there are some people that are 50 years old that are not happy. Like one of my dear friends turns 50, her birthday's today, and I read her post on social media this morning. I was like, that's so on brand for her. But I will say the thing that I love most about her is every season in her life, she has embraced everything, good, bad, indifferent, that has come her way. And she has turned it into something marvelous. And you know what? If it finds its way to not working for her, she's okay with being like, you know what? That ain't working for me. I'm moving on. And I admire that and I'm drawn to that. And that might be where you see this different level. Because I'm just like, man, I am seeing so many people that are my age and younger that are checking completely out. 25 opened my eyes to that. Folks will leave here with work undone. And if I leave this place, I want to be satisfied. Like when my time comes, I want to be satisfied. I do want to come back as a cat and randomly piss on stuff. But I want to leave here and know that I left no stone unturned. And I think it just comes with age. Mm-hmm. So you're 40.
Yeah, I'll be 41 next month.
Think about how much has changed since you were 30. Hell, how much has changed in the last year? Mm-hmm. I see that change in you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I definitely feel like I've changed for the better. I ain't going to say too much, Got no big heads around here, but
I'm going to sip my tea once again.
But, yeah, I think so. But that's because of y'all, like, because of, like, some of the influence I follow on social media. Like, there's a guy, I can't remember his name. You ever remember the black dude that was talking to the little kid doing martial arts and he was crying because he couldn't break the board? I can't remember his name right now, but he has a couple books out.
Okay.
And not to say I don't ever believe I was very emotionally immature, but I think that I started learning about that and how I deal with people. Yeah. And he has a couple books out, and I've read a couple of his lists. Well, audiobook, listen to a couple of them. It's helped me out. Yeah. Like just kind of be slow to speak, process things. Sometimes you shouldn't speak before you process it. You shouldn't like it could be bad. You don't know what you're gonna say.
Sometimes your face says it though. I want to be the first one to tell you. Sometimes I look at you and I know exactly what you're thinking by looking at you. I can't help it, man. Sometimes I just look at you and just that we have that like brother sister connection. I'm like, because I can think of a very specific instance in the lounge when you like looked at me and then I look at. Where it's like, oh yeah, we're all thinking these same things. It's like, boop, boop, boop.
You ain't gotta say nothing.
Yeah.
Just that look, and you start laughing, and that's why we're in a serious moment. You should not look at me sometimes.
Yeah. Like I laugh in funerals. I mean, and it's not because I'm laughing because someone passed away, but there's always it's all these theatrics that happen. Mm-hmm. And I find myself laughing. I went to a funeral last year of an elderly person, and I won't say whether they were family or not, but during the service, I found myself like literally texting my husband who was not there. That might actually give it away and saying, man, can you believe this preacher is talking about X, Y, and Z? And then I'm like texting my other cousin who is sitting like 2 pews over from me. It's like, I can see your face. Like, I can see the side profiles. Like, I can see your face. And it's like, I can see your face too. And it's like, stop. As you get older, it's harder to contain your reaction. Sometimes it's an audible gasp where you go, sometimes it's just the scrunching of the face. And you won't even realize you're doing it. It just happens.
Well, I have a lot of those. I talk about the lounge because that's, even though I've stopped going a lot lately, I'm still there. And people talk about things and they can say, the first thing they say is going, look, you lost me. I can't take you serious after this. Your thesis lost me.
I see you like backed up in the corner. Sometimes I'm like, yep, Luke's just checking it out.
Yeah, it don't look. No disrespect to anybody, but I can check out so quick.
Yeah.
Even if I'm like involved in the conversation, I will check out sometimes. And so just imagine if I don't care about the conversation. If I'm having a conversation with somebody and they doing too much in the conversation, I will pull my phone right on out.
I think my husband's the worst at that. Like sometimes, I mean, like we'll be at dinner and he just like whips his phone out and then he's like, look at this stuff. And I want to be like, put your phone down. But then I've grown to understand that he is like, in order for him to like mentally stay in that space, he's got to like have something to like break up whatever's happening, you know, because he has like this like zero tolerance for like nonsense. And sometimes it's comical how hard he just tries to like not fall apart because he's like, I can't deal with this person right now. And I used to look at him and think, man, he is like just he's so out of the conversation. But now I find myself doing it. Like I can hold a whole conversation with someone and not know what they're talking about because like 2 sentences in, I'm like, what? And then it's like I started thinking about what am I going to cook for dinner tonight?
Mm-hmm. So I'm going deaf, so I can have a conversation with somebody and they not know what they say. I just got my little filler words. Is that right? Okay.
I think Corey's is word. He's like word.
I would say word sometimes, depending on who I'm talking to. Bad, I got you. No, but I say that, but I would still say these words, even if I hear what you said. But like, because they're engaging words for me, even when I'm like know what you're saying, so like I can get away with it.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I do have to say like I really don't know what you're talking about. You got to repeat everything you said.
See, I can't even do that. I just be like, okay. And then I start talking about something random. I'm like, oh man, that piece looks got a bud coming out. Like it's just completely like. Well, sometimes it's so bad that I can't even remember what someone was talking to me about, and it's like I don't even know what they were talking about. But I also do that sometimes when I'm driving because I'm just in the zone. It's like I don't even remember passing that, and I'm perfectly like I'm not driving impaired by any means. I just am so autopilot on some things and things that just are strange and don't work for me. I just sometimes don't, and I do that to protect myself. I started doing that a long time ago. I started doing that in my 30s. It's a protection measure to just Like I can't waste brain cells
Yeah, I feel
sometimes.
that. I know. I definitely understand that.
Like you're dumber for having listened to a
Hmm.
conversation, and it's like I try to not like allow myself to become ignorant. Sometimes I'm like, I can't believe they're that archaic in their thinking. What a Neanderthal! like, are you really like clubbing women over the head with that comment? Like, but that's just me trying to protect myself because I have so many diverse groups of people that I interact with.
Hmm.
I think it's necessary to like have some box.
No, I feel that. I feel that.
And then there are people I want to be around, like y'all. It's like we could vibe all day in conversation, and I never lose sight of what we're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Before we got here, we was eating. I'm like, shoot, we should just set the camera up and start eating on.
Right, while we were eating our Jesus bird.
I'm like, we had a whole
We
conversation
won't
before.
say the name of the place, so we'll just say Jesus bird.
Right, right. I
um,
actually don't even know this design. It's weird. I haven't seen it. Look like a burger spot.
yeah. Hey, I had In and Out Burger the other week.
Did you? How'd you like it?
It was a hamburger. I know that's a random
I
thought.
mean,
I was just like, okay.
so I had it. What? I don't even know when. I was my. It was when my sister-in-law was living in um, outside of Fresno. She was stationed out there. She just had my nephew DJ, and she flew me out to surprise my brother. We went there, and I was like, this is like just remind me of Five Guys. I don't know if it's that way still, but it's just that was the vibe again.
I stopped at one in Middle Tennessee on our way back from Nashville, and it was good. It wasn't a bad burger, but I don't know. I guess maybe if I had it for the first time, like on the West Coast, I would feel different. But like having it in Middle Tennessee, the way my brain works, I was like, I wonder are these cows like from Pelham? Like, where did they get their beef? My mind like going in all these different directions, and I'm like, I could probably make a good smash burger. And then my mind goes to, I don't eat a lot of beef. What am I going to cook for dinner? Oh man, I haven't had oxtails in a while. I mean, and it just like goes down this spiral.
Yeah,
Something about aging where you just think of weird things.
it's easy to go down a rabbit hole. That's what it is. So I wanted to talk to you about the women's thing that y'all did a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
How was the process of starting that? Where did that idea come from?
So of course, smoking cigars, I'm always like excited for a different lady that I haven't like met to try one. I want to completely dispel the myth that it's a men's only thing. It's Women's History Month, so anything that you tell me that only men can do, I'm like, nah, challenge. We can probably do it and do it better. So last month, with it being like February and love, which I think the whole like Cupid people, if they really understood like Saint Valentine and the whole thing, they would like completely change their feelings about love. But whatever, we won't go there. The young lady asked me, Lanice, to partner with her because I like to make cocktails. I'm not a bartender. Full disclaimer: I'm not a bartender. I just like to drink a lot. And she's like, "Hey, let's just do this and pull some women together." And we themed it around self love. So inviting Joy to be a part of that to help us focus on how we can have good balance in our everyday lives as women. So we came up with this great idea of just having a night where ladies could smoke, they could learn how to do a little bit of self care, they could have a great cocktail. We had a little bit of food. We had a little bit of music, and the folks at OCL, Koi Cigar Lounge, made it very possible for us to use their newly renovated and opened upstairs space to do that. And it was a great vibe. It was roughly 20 women came out, and it was a good vibe of just chatting. I think I might have like got a few ladies a little like light on their feet, a little tipsy. Um, we shared, just a moment in time to appreciate self. It was great, and I think that in the future we could do more of those things because women are so committed. Again, being Women's History Month, we're so committed to doing so many things all the time for so many other people that we forget to take care of ourselves. And around Valentine's Day, you hear the Galentine's things, but this wasn't necessarily that. It was just like, hey, come be free in a free space. Matter of fact, one of my sons, my middle son, thought he would like come up and check on us, and I was like, "You need to go downstairs." And then the dude showed up with the dog that was a girl, and he's like, "My dog's a female," and I was like, "No." He's like, "Can I get a drink?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "What do I have to do?" I was like, "Be a girl." But my dog's a girl, and I was like, "Get out, like leave."
Yeah, I heard about that. That was funny.
Yeah, like, can we just have our own space for just a little while? You know, respect us enough to just give us space. That was my thing, but
yeah, I understand that.
it was cool. Y'all were having fun downstairs.
Yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. I forget who was down there. You know, I went to the back because Corey was back there, and then everybody else came back there. So,
I dragged my husband along. I mean, I told him you don't have to come, but I figured if he went, like, y'all would just connect, and vibe.
Because I was already going to come, and I seen it on our little group chat. I was like, oh yeah, Corey's going to be there, so I get to chop it up with Corey a little bit because I rarely get to like really see Corey like that. So, sometimes when I get to talk to him, even if we ain't talking about nothing serious, it's always pleasant for me.
Shooting the breeze. Did you drink out of the magical bag?
I did not. I never really asked because I'm not a drinker like that. So like, I feel like
as I shake my, you're not a drinker.
Well, here's the thing. You give me some tequila, I drink tequila. I think that's about the only way I'm a mama's boy. Is drink tequila. My mama loves tequila, and I love it too.
I have nightmares about drinking tequila and the things that happen when I drink tequila.
I don't want to get to drink to like be drunk anymore.
Yeah.
So we usually take shots. So like sometimes when they take shots, and I may take one or two, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to. But I want to try to start drinking on some brown because to sip on it and stuff like that. But
and see, I can't take shots anymore. It's like when we're there and somebody's birthday and they're like shots. I was like, I'll get like a glass and I might pour it in somebody else's, but it's hard for me to do shots over anymore. Like I'm a very social, very like mood setting kind of drinker, but I don't like to be drunk. Man, I had too much to drink about a week or so ago before we were going to record our podcast last week. In between my little procedures, I was in Nashville for a conference, and we went to the Red Phone booth, and I had 3 cocktails. First 2 were gin cocktails, and the last one was a Sazerac. Yeah, I was light on my feet. Like I was supposed to be in a session at like 7. Well, I was supposed to have breakfast at 7:30 the next morning, and I wasn't up until 8:30.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I had to like sleep it off. And I was back in the hotel room by 11, but I was like, I got really light on my feet. And I was like, man, I'm too old for this. Mm-hmm. I'm too old for this.
I mean, there's some people I see that's well into their 60s, and I'm like,
yeah,
you gotta slow down.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how you're doing this right now.
So tell me, as you get older, you've hit your 40s. You're in that stride. You're about to turn 41 here soon. Mm-hmm. Like, what's on the table for you this year? I mean, we're 3 months into the year, and it feels like 300 months because of what's happening in the world. But what's on tap for you this year?
Well, with the cleaning company, I want that to grow, obviously. So with that, I need to get out more out of my shell in that space. Like, I feel like it's not a very comfortable thing for me right now still. Yeah. To talk about that and try to get business and clients. So I have to get out of my shell with that to talk to people because I feel like I don't know every detail about the cleaning company. So because of that, what if they ask me a question and it was, instead of being like, I don't know, like I want to know everything. So I have to get my mind around that where it's like, you don't need to know stuff, just like whatever that goes, I don't know, and continue on with my relationship, things like that. And just do things that just make me happy. Like being happy is like a big part of my life and things like that. I can't dwell on things that's not working out. We just I don't know, just live life to the fullest. Like you said, like we don't have a lot of time on this earth. And I have to go back to John Crowder, but to go back to John Crowder, like I remember the night before we're celebrating. He wasn't there, obviously, but like we're enjoying it. We're taking our shots for a great new year and things like that. And I remember waking up, looking at my phone, and Sohail's like, I forget what he said. The message that did it, but he was right that John Carter passed away, and I'm just looking at it like, and then it finally says, and I'm like,
Yeah, yeah,
like, bro.
yeah. And I think he was at the lounge like
So
New Year's Eve. He had been by there or something.
so I had seen him like a day or two. I can't
Yeah.
remember. He was. I guess he was canceling his locker because of whatever. That's here nor there. But I got a chance to talk to him and Kendra, just talking to him a little bit, and not knowing that's gonna be the last time that I talked to him. And I thought about that whole day, where it's like there could have been so much more I could have said, or you know, because as a group, like John was funny as a group, but like I think about even our experiences when it was just like me and him up at the lounge, or like he would go in there, he's like, I gotta go use the bathroom. His daughter's in her car seat in the back seat, watch my daughter, and I go because we don't say anything because that's how crowded was. And it's just like I'm just looking at her, and she looking at me like. And then we used to watch these owl, get on YouTube and watch these owl videos, like live feeds. It was just like my own relationship with Crowder, just not with everybody. It was just like it meant a lot to me, and I miss him.
Oh yeah.
So like I try to live my life to the fullest, where I don't have any regrets.
I think he want us to be full of life because he was literally to the bitter end. And I think that John's legacy among us is that he was always straightforward. Like who he was who he was. There was like nothing about him that was false. I mean, he was just Crowder, John Crowder, and at our house we have a bottle of Buff Trace that sits on a shelf, and his little card from his memorial service is there, and occasionally, I'll go into that cabinet of bottles because there's so many, and I'm just like, damn, Crowder, I miss you, man. And it's just I can still hear his voice from time to time. I missed that embrace when I'd show up on Whiskey Wednesday, which was his thing. I mean, we had Whiskey Wednesday because of him and Duran. Like, they are the reason that there was a Whiskey Wednesday.
Yeah.
And it just hasn't been the same without him.
It hasn't.
Hasn't been the same.
It definitely hasn't. But I don't know.
It's a delight to see Kendra.
I do enjoy seeing Kendra.
And I really love seeing the baby. I love seeing, all the things with Maggie because I feel like that she embodies everything that was going Crowder. Like all of her little posts on social media with Maggie, I'm just like, man, if that ain't Crowder's kid. But life is funny like that, right?
Yeah.
Like we think we know what's what, and we find out that we don't. I mean, hell, here we are, the 4th day of March, and we're in what I would presume to be World War III. And I'm just like,
for sure.
What is really happening? I mean, like next week, I'm set to board a flight to go to Argentina, and I just keep saying, what if we can never come back? Like, what if we get over there and we can't get back in America? It's on my mind.
So I don't know what happened, but my auntie was in Mexico. I can't remember the place.
Puerto Vallarta, where like the cartel dude was like, like offed, and then oh man, did she get out?
She just got out.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, so I don't know because I don't know the thing, so I don't know the timetable, but she was there. My mom was telling me yesterday she was stuck there for a little while.
Yeah, because there was like no plan for.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's like let me go out in the street and like set off these fireworks, and there's like all this combustible material around, and I know it's going to catch on fire, but do we really need water? That's kind of how that played out. It happened, and there was no plan in place for the safety of people around. It's like, I don't know. And then we took credit for it as a country. Like America was like, oh yeah, we did that. And then they were like, well, not really. But really, I don't know. I don't believe anything anymore. The news is like such BS.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. But I'm glad she's safe.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. But my mom was like, she was scared. Scared out of her mind.
I question travel. Like right now, I'm kind of like, is this the best time to travel?
So my mom was in Nigeria, and the U.S. bombed, but it was not where they were at. But they bombed Nigeria while my mom was over there. And the next day, well, our next day, I texted her. I was like, "You all right?" And she's like, "Yeah, we're good." Because I was asleep. I seen that, but I was so out of it. And then she texted me back. Oh, and then she called me. She's like, "Oh, I understand what you was asking me now." She's like, "Yeah, we're good." Then it was too far away from us.
It's too close for comfort.
Yeah, too close. Still too close to comfort. But so
yeah.
I mean, living in a crazy world.
I'm glad we have a few things that make us happy.
Yeah.
We have relationships with people that we're connected to. We have really good optics on our area, where we live. We feel comfortable in our communities. Not so comfortable that we take it for granted, but I think we're comfortable in how we move. We're cautious, we're careful. But people that we love, that look out for us, we have connections that matter. We have a roof over our head. We have Jesus Chicken, Great Jan. There's so many things that are plus plus that even if it all burns down, like if it all like lights on fire, I'm still thankful for the moments that I, which kind of brings me to this thing, like, aren't they supposed to be telling us about aliens, or was that just like a whole thing about the war? Because I think I remember like our country's leadership saying he's going to do a press conference on aliens, and then all of a sudden we were like at war with Iran, and it's like all kinds of fuckery has ensued over the blood. It's like, what do we really believe? I mean, an otter is not an otter; it's now a skunk. I don't fucking know.
How do you make that change,
dude? I don't know. And again, I'm getting loose by the sip, but I'm just saying, I don't know. It's so much. Like
the Gulf of America. How do you change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America?
It's Distraction City, baby.
And people like jump up for joy for that. I'm like, you're not even original.
It's still the Gulf of Mexico to me.
To me, it's always going to be Gulf of Mexico.
It's going to always be the Gulf of Mexico.
That's what it was when I was born.
Hey, Venezuela. I thought there were like drugs and fentanyl and shit coming out of there, and now we're like working with like all these oil execs. I don't know.
It's too much for me to keep up with. It's always something.
Yeah.
They say anything to get in the war.
Big Mama used to say, just keep a living. I guess this is what she's talking about. Like, you'll live, you'll learn, things will change. She would always say, just keep a living. I mentored some girls today at a local high school. I do it a few times every school year. Well, several times every school year. And it's a group of 9th and 10th grade girls. We always try to focus it on things that matter. And today, because this was my first session with them in the new year, I had a few last year right before Christmas, and they did an amazing thing. They like wrote thank you cards to seniors in facilities that didn't have families. So I took all these Christmas cards that were like, thank you for being, a great person and contributing to society. They did all these things. And I took them and gave them to the seniors. But today was my first session back with them. So we missed all of January and February, and today's the first one. I'm like, y'all, it's Women's History Month. Let's talk about what it means to be a woman in this country and how you can make an impact. And I'll be honest with you, like every time I leave that room, and it's like 12, 13 girls. Every time I leave that room, I feel a little bit more empowered as a woman. Like I can't give up because the future is right there in that classroom with me. And even though all this stuff is going on in the world, we talked about how women are thought to be the ones to like always be emotional, be irrational, be hormonal, and not be able to think through things. And they were like, so Miss Jackie, Like everything going on in the world is because of a man. You know, we're nurturers. We bring everything back into the fold once it's, outside of the lines. But I'm very thankful for moments like that. Mm. Because look, it just reminds me that the world is crazy. We have losses, we have gains, we have confusion, we have turmoil, but then we have the future, and it's bright, and it looks a lot like those girls that I spent some time with today. I say I'm their mentor, but truth be told, they make me better. I'm nothing without that connectivity to those girls. Isn't it great to have like a circle?
Yes.
That reminds you, keeps you grounded.
Yeah. I'm glad they have you and vice versa. That's a cool thing. The community part is always just great. I just love that community part. I'm always big on community. Just because I like to be alone too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like being alone, but we weren't meant to be alone.
We got to find a way for you to get involved in the community. I mean, I know your business is thriving, but I want you to have connectivity to something like, and you could mentor kids. I just think about all the wit, the know-how, like all of your education, all of your intelligence. Like, there's so much more inside of you that we just haven't tapped into, that some kids will be like, and that dude right there.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing that. Yeah.
We got to figure out how to get you connected.
For sure.
I mean, you're a small business owner. There's some kid right now going, man, what can I go into business and do? And you have the potential to mentor them.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I'm always down. I'm always down. See, once upon a time I was a youth leader.
So. Yeah. You still are a leader. You just ain't got any youth around you. We're all old. We're all old.
Right.
We need to replace the old people with some youth.
For sure. I would love to. I've, it's funny because I got into the 100 Black Men because all my buddies was in there, and then they kind of just dipped out. And I was like, well,
I'm going to put my glasses on.
So, well,
there's nothing wrong with the organization, but like most organizations that have been long-standing, they come with their challenges. I'll say this because I'm a firm believer. I was part of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women locally for a number of years, and I'll just say this, not specifically to those organizations, but just as a whole. Sometimes the greatest gift is knowing when you've done all that you can possibly do and being able to concede and say, you know what, I've taken this as far as I can. Now let me pass the torch to that next level of leadership. And sometimes that transition, when you go from it's me, I know, I do, to let me transition this, that's where like the level up happens. And when you have a lot of people that have a very like, we've always done it this way kind of view, it stifles out possibility for growth. I'm going to be old one day and be like, well, back in my day, this way. But I just pray that, I pray to God that I'm able to go, you know what? I did what I was supposed to do with the time that I had, and let me get out the way. And that's how organizations grow. That's how organizations get better.
Well, I feel like you can't keep, like, I guess the structure or the system, but tweak it. Leadership doesn't want to give up the glory of being in leadership.
Titles are everything to people. Yeah. It's funny. I always talk to my son, a middle child. That one, Crash. He's always like, oh, I met the president, or oh, I met the CEO. I'm like, dude, it's just a title. They literally sit on the toilet and pee the same way you do.
Yeah.
They put their pants on one leg at a time the same way you do. A title means nothing, but their integrity, their compassion, who they are as an individual is what should move the mark. Mm-hmm. Like if you can look at them and count on them to be those things that exhibit strength, courage, honesty, integrity, respect, then you follow them. But a title is just a title. I mean, quite frankly, I'm a mother. That's a title. I'm twice married. That's a title. But I'm courageous. I'm compassionate. I'm caring. I'm driven. Those are actions. And like, no matter where I go in life, yeah, I'm a mother. I've been twice married. But those aren't the things that I go, huh, look at you. You've been married 3 times and I've only been married twice. I take those other things and I pull people along. It's like there's room for everybody at the top. So titles mean nothing. And behind every person, there's a story. Like every single person has a story. Really great young lady that I got to know through a program that I did with the Chamber of Chattanooga, Leadership Chattanooga. Last week, she committed suicide. She's younger than I was. And I literally, in a conversation yesterday with someone going, oh, it's just so sad. It's just so tragic. And I was like, it is absolutely sad. It's sad for us that are left behind because there was no way for us to know what she needed. Mm-hmm. It's tragic that we couldn't be there when she needed us most. It was tragic that we couldn't even know that we were needed to be there. It's tragic that she had a story, that she was deeply troubled and suffering under the surface of a smile, and none of us knew. And I said to some folks I was having a conversation with, I was like, the thing we have to remember is you have to be gentle with people. You have to choose your words. You have to choose to lead with kindness in your heart because we never know what somebody's dealing with.
Yeah, I try to be gentle, and kind and things like that because I feel like sometimes the people that want people to be kind to them, they aren't very kind to other people.
Usually from a place of trauma. People respond based on trauma.
Yeah, but we need to start healing. Like, hey, until you heal, you can't deal with me.
Healing is hard.
Well, sure. Healing is hard. I get that.
Acknowledging pain is hard. Like, I can't heal from something that I won't even tell you is bothering me.
I guess. I don't know. I just, I'd rather just go through it, deal with that pain, and come out a lot healthier. Now, that's just me. That's how I feel about it. Like, I can't speak on anybody else's life and things like that. I don't know. I'd rather just want to heal. Like you said, we don't have too much time on this earth. Why not heal and spend that time happy? Yeah. But I'm not fussing at nobody. I ain't.
All my life I had to fight. I had to fight my daddy. I had to fight my brothers.
I ain't fussing at nobody, but I think the reward of healing from trauma is so much better than actually living in trauma. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna be alone for the most part. Like most people will. I don't have the space to deal with people that's still dealing with trauma.
Yeah,
and that's probably maybe a harsh thing to say, but like, don't really have it because you're making my life very. I'm just inconvenient. I don't know.
25 brought my sister, and in our last podcast we talked about my parents and stuff, and like my dad, my sister recently in 25 took a pilgrimage to visit my dad, and she just, she expressed that she needed to be able to say some things that were on her heart that had held her for a long time. And it was a remarkable journey for her to go to him and be able to say what she'd always felt and just express, deep feelings that had been suppressed for so long, and it's funny when she and I, we talked, and I need to do it. No doubt. I need to go and have my moment with him. And I told her, after I get back from my trip, we'll fly up and we'll see him and I'll spend a day. I'm not giving it more than 24 hours. But she talked about how forgiveness is for you. She was like, I did it for me because forgiveness was for me. I needed to forgive myself for holding myself accountable for something that I had no control over. And I just think that there's healing that comes with setting yourself free from things that serve you no good. And I oftentimes pray, as much as I cuss, I pray that, that I am a vessel, that I am doing things that move people forward and hold myself accountable and find freedom and forgiveness. Because I can't be mad at you if you don't know what I'm mad at you about. Like, who does that serve? If you've hurt me and I don't have the courage to tell you, who does that serve? Why should I carry the weight of that burden of, I'm so mad at you, Luke, when I could have just been like, hey, you know what, family, that didn't work for me. Let's work this out. Let's talk about it. And not to negate how you feel or how I feel, but just to be able to come to an understanding and an acknowledgement that we both were impacted or affected by what happened or what was said. And that we mutually understand that we have a disagreement, but because we love each other, that is so much stronger and it overrides any negative feelings. Sure. I'm trying to get there in my life. And at almost 50 years old, I pray to God that I can release myself from things that have held me for a long time.
Yeah, I think I could probably do the same thing, in life. And if I ever do those things, I could talk about them on a podcast. I don't know. I've talked about these things like with my brother and stuff like this. Some people don't know, so I can't really say it. But if I ever had that conversation, and I could talk about it here, but there's some things that I don't feel any way towards them.
Yeah.
But it's just to explain my behavior about how I go about doing things with certain people. So it's like I'm not mad or anything, but it's just like, okay, now let's see what's up, and this is how I behave.
But what's understood didn't have to be explained.
Yeah. So you're right. So, but I just
life is funny like that, right? Mm-hmm. Like as much as we wanna, we don't always know.
So, gotta put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. As much as we wanna, we just don't always know. I'm content knowing that every day I get up and I give it my best. And at the end of the day, that's all I got. It may be great in the end, and sometimes it just may be shattered into a million little pieces, but at least I gave it my best effort. And my best effort can look different from Monday to Tuesday to Friday. Mm-hmm. Like who I was yesterday, quite frankly, is somebody different today.
That's how it should be.
And it's going to be some crazy asshole tomorrow. I mean, it's Thursday. It's almost weekend. I don't know who I'm going to be tomorrow. Right. But I do know that I'm going to get up and I'm going to do my best to make the most out of the day because unfortunately, maybe fortunately, the days are fewer ahead versus the ones that are behind.
The most of it. Be content. Yeah, that's what I want to be content. I mean, I'm content. Yeah, I think I'm content. Got a lot to go, but I still think I'm content. I enjoy my life, but like I feel like there's more.
I mean, you pulled the podcast out of a period of kind of silence to come back. So there's always going to be more. And sometimes it's just kind of stealing away and having a moment to reflect that makes it possible for you to come back and be like, okay, I'm ready to talk about what I'm experiencing.
With podcasts, burnout with the podcast, I experience it a lot, but that helps me understand like other situations in my life where I feel burnt out. Like, okay, we're burnt out. How do we chill for a moment? Like, I'm not saying we're gonna stop doing this all together, but like, how do we? What do we need in this situation? Sometimes we break. Sometimes like I can still podcasts. I just need that very intimate, like, in-person experience.
Could it be that you were making space to accommodate a change in your life though? Like, I'm not going to say that it's you shut it down on purpose, but you shut it down to make room for purpose.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things too. Yeah,
like you've experienced some things in 25 that you hadn't in 24, that you hadn't in 23, that kind of shaped 26.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I've thought about that. There's things that I do want to accomplish.
Life interrupted.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't want to give it up, but I gotta do something, or just take some time. It's like, how does this fit in my life? Like, so.
I'm ready for us to do the one where we pull our direct family in and talk about how we all bet on ourselves. Because you're in that. Like, here you are, small business owner.
Mm-hmm.
You're an entrepreneur. You're growing your business. We're looking for opportunities for you to like level up. And we're all kind of going through this metamorphosis into our own ways. Like, Duran, Corey's doing his thing, Mike's doing his thing. We're all kind of growing. Jermaine does his thing. Mm-hmm. Joy does her thing. You're doing your thing. We all have something about us that's exceptional, that's created opportunity for us to really like go through this evolution of self-discovery of greatness. Like, we're good to like clock in and work somewhere, but we are even better when we're doing our own thing. Mm-hmm. So maybe that'll be the thing that we launch into next.
See, and for me, I can tell you, I would love to do something like that, because I think that, not that I feel like the podcast is a waste, I never feel like that, but like sometimes it's like, I did all I can in this space. What's next? Like, I still want to stay in the podcast world.
Yeah.
But what's next? Like, I think I've talked and had every conversation I could have. This conversation I love, and I could do this every week with you. But like getting on virtual and doing all that, and I've had every conversation, did all that. So like, I think I could take that expertise and do something else with it. And it's got me out of my comfort zone a lot. It has helped me out. But yeah, if it was to get me into another space, in this space, I would love that. Because who wouldn't want to talk to and listen to people talk about being in the same space they are, to give advice and to give them motivation.
And quite frankly, a lot of what we're all doing comes with an element of, dedication, commitment. Mm-hmm. It's serious, but a lot of it's silly. And then there's a lot of vulnerability that goes into like choosing yourself and your happiness. Like, you have to be vulnerable and say, I know the odds are stacked against me, but I want this so bad that I'm willing to risk it all. Mm-hmm. And I think in our very tight-knit circle of friends, family, smoke family, that we've experienced something. I mean, I think about Duran, how his business is just boom. Now Mike is doing his thing. I've watched my husband, Corey, go through his season. We brought Joy into the fold. We're seeing her really just blossom. I just think that there's so much wisdom and knowledge in just that very tight circle, that we all got each other's back. And maybe we need to say it out loud so the rest of the world will be inspired and people will be like, you know what? There's somebody in my orbit, in my network, that I need to like latch on to, because we both trying to make it. I couldn't do what I do without the love and support of so many people that mean so much to me. It's like, literally, I feel like we could call on you guys and you'd be like, we're there. And everybody needs to know that. Like, you can have that connectivity. I don't need a lot of people around me, but I definitely want people around me that love and care about me.
Yeah, the quality.
Yeah. I always say my circle is square and my four corners are tight. That's my thing. I got people that's got me at every wake of life. Same, same. I always got you. I'm happy for you, man. You're like blooming and growing right before my eyes. And I'm so happy. And I attribute a lot of that happiness to, of your life. I'm just glad to see you just doing things that matter to you. Mm-hmm. It kind of sucks to be in a place of no growth, but once you get to a place to where you are growing and doing and thriving and feeling, like, you need to feel love. Mm-hmm. And support and respect. And I'm happy for you. I mean, your peace lily is about to bud. It says a lot about you. Like, that's a little bud that's about to come out. It says a lot about you.
Yeah. It's I'm trying. I'm gonna do it.
No, you're actually doing it. You're not. You were trying a couple of years ago, mm-hmm. but now you're doing it.
Yeah. it's pretty cool. I'm still learning and things like that. But I definitely enjoy it. I enjoy it. The little have that I have done with it. I've enjoyed it. So it's been pretty fun. I say that.
Well, more to come, right?
I'm looking towards the future and see how much I've grown with it. But yeah, I think it's gonna be great.
Oh, I know it will be. Mm-hmm. I know it will be. And with that, I'll just say, kind of in closing, the year's young. We're just 3 months into it. We got a ways to go. Shit's gonna be crazy. But just hold on to your sanity and stay focused. Invite that energy in that lifts you. Create space for growth, opportunity, forgiveness. Mm-hmm. Like, be willing to say to your younger self, it's okay that you didn't know what you needed to know for now. And just lean into it and learn to love this cycle, this era, this time that you're in. Like, I think we spend so much time naturally as humans going, man, if I only had known that. But right now, what I know is the most important thing. Yeah. And I'm excited about it. I look forward to it. And most importantly, I'm going to share that knowledge. Like, I know what I know, and I need you to know that too. And then I need to know what you know, and then I need to know what he know and what she know. And let's just all make it. Because hell, in the end, all we got is each other.
For sure. You're right.
All we got is each other. I mean, I love you, man. You family. You're like the brother that I needed in my life in this season. And I'm so thankful that we are close. My own brother gets on my last nerve. Well, I can't stand this. But I just appreciate, you creating space for us to just like rap about life.
Anytime, I'm always looking for opportunity to hang out with you and talk to you, and I'm always blessed by having conversations with you.
Likewise,
it's always great. I can probably still remember the first time I actually had a conversation with you. At the lounge and things like that. I enjoyed it from the first time till this time. So, yeah, it's great. And it won't be the last. So.
No, it won't be. Won't be. Look, especially if y'all bring me over here and keep like serving me gin and who comes to someone's house to podcast and there's like a note with, there's gin in the fridge for you. You know what to do with it. I mean, I was like driving down 70 and got the text message and was like, and then I responded with, and I love you. Because I was like, oh, joy, let me get through this day with these kids and get to my drink. Yeah, so I thank you for welcoming me into your beautiful new space, which I absolutely love the wall.
It's a good wall. I like it, but it was all her. I did.
Yeah. So. Isn't it great to have someone who loves you?
Yes, it is.
Teddy P said it best.
It's so good.
That's right. Loving somebody and somebody loves you back. That's fact.
I was going to say before we get off here, my buddy Dennis, he just moved to Cleveland again to help me out. So first time coming there, he's like, man, tell us a woman's touch of his because I ain't never seen none of your places look like this before.
Yeah, I know. I came in, I was like, ooh, there are green plants for balance and harmony. There's like artwork and like tapestry and fabrics and textures and like throwbacks of music. And you got a new set of wheels. I mean, shit. Lucas changing.
Right.
Lucas. I can't even call you Luke no more. Lucas. Lucas is living life over here.
Try to. Life has got great. Life has got very good.
Yeah. No labels, just moment.
Yeah.
I'm not labeling anything. It's just a moment in time that I'm appreciating.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But hopefully the next time, I know you be busy, but the next time we get together, like you said earlier, you're probably going to be a grandma, like before, depending on what time we get together, do another one.
Supposed to be here in July, which is a few months away.
July. Well, hopefully we do one before then, but if not,
We might do one after I come back out of the country.
Yeah.
Because I might need to talk about how Americans are not accepted in other places in the world. But yeah, we'll try to get together for conversations and a cocktail and a little bit of Jesus bird.
Because you know you got one. She's gonna make you a cocktail.
Yeah, it's a great one.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna have to have y'all on at the same time.
I think that would be great for us to do cocktails and conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could do that. We could do that.
Yep. Well, thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Cocktails and conversation. That'd be great.
Yeah.
When y'all can get on social media together and do a live, and you have all vision, like a lot of ladies just talking to y'all, and they got their cocktails, drinking their cocktails with y'all, and we see a lot of misspelled words because they get.
Well, I don't know. I like my gin. Is my hat still like the right way, or has it like cocked to the side?
It has a cock to the side. Well,
I'm good then.
Yeah, you good.
I'm good. I paced myself. I still have some half sweet, unsweet tea.
Oh, that's what I should have got. I like that.
Lemonade's too sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like, oh.
It's diabetes.
Feel that bubble. I'm like, my leg about to go. Sorry.
Diabetes. And look, I actually brought us like my freebies. I had like a free cookie and a free brownie, so you have to work with that.
Okay.
I have to work with that.
Well, I mean, I could probably eat one later on.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Until next time. Thank you.
Yeah. Just on that. Until next time. You have a good one. What's that say?